We have to go deeper. Pressing button now. There's a trap.
Wait a second, I found something.
We're working on it. Careful. Arrow traps are bad. Do I want to go this way or up? Old Walls Beacon. What's a beacon? Oh, right. That's just what they're all called. Fine. That's fine. I'm sure I'll get a chance to explore everywhere. Or at least, that might be hopeful thinking. I'll try to explore everywhere. Another trap. Everyone hang out. You go deal with the problem.
Interesting.
I did kind of stumble into being a rogue with this character. It's like it was just, I was given binary choices of use obvious subterfuge situation or ignore it completely, and I'm like, well, of course I'm going to use it if you're just going to present it to me. And then I kept using it whenever they presented it to me, and then suddenly I became a rogue. I'm like, how'd that happen? I didn't plan that. Is this another cool altar room thing? Is that Raetommon? Apprentice. Oh, we found Garrick. He's supposed to be friendly. Let's see if that works out. Let's maybe have this one guy approach. Hi. The bloody, dirt-smeared man cries out when he sees you. Thank the Forged Tender you found me. We have to get out of here before the Scourge comes back, or the Brotherhood. I'm not sure which scares me more. You must be Apprentice Garrick. Did Master Lahara mention me? He is visibly relieved by the notion. So she's at least noticed her apprentice's absence. He chuckles softly to himself, his expression one of regret rather than mirth. If I could have predicted that, I wouldn't have come out here in the first place. I was searching the area near the Old Wall's entrance for unique metals or runes I could use in my crafting. I'm trying to advance to the next level of my apprenticeship. Impressing Forge Master is much harder than it sounds, and Master Lahara's especially demanding. You really need to stand out. I thought this was my chance. I didn't even know the Bronze Brotherhood were here until some of them showed up. I grabbed a discarded helmet and tried to blend in until I could get away. Their leader thought I was a soldier who got stuck away from his post, so he demanded that I return to my duties. I was scared, so... He shrugs with defeat. I followed my orders and went inside. As soon as I could get out of sight, I started running to find a way out. There's supposed to be a path to Lethian's Crossing somewhere. He shakes his head. But that could just be a story. Of course, I got turned around and couldn't find my way back. I barricaded myself here to keep away from the Bronze Brotherhood patrols and the scourges roaming around. If you hadn't shown up, I would have only been a matter of time before something found me. You know it's illegal to trespass in the Old Walls. I know this doesn't look good, but I was hoping that someone would look the other way since I'm doing it all for the sake of my work. I'm pretty sure that some of the disfavored garrison saw me leaving, but no one stopped me. That's as good as permission, right? That's not how permission works, no. Let's see. It was the garrison's responsibility to stop you. I will remember this. He nods. Thank you for your mercy. If I get out of here alive, I won't go looking for trouble any farther than my front door. Please, you can't leave me here. You must get me out. There are things in here. Bad things. Hungry things. Let's see. I can either steal his tools as using subterfuge, or I can say give them to me with athletics. It's not really what I'm planning on dealing with here. The attack opportunity is really funny, though. I was instructed to bring back your tools and avenge your death, so you'll have to die first. Why not disguise yourself and sneak out? I would have, but I was committed to finding that connection with Lethian's Crossing, and I left behind the Brotherhood armor I found. It was ill-fitting and noisy. It didn't help me evade the Bane, which I can assure you is far more pressing concern this far into the Old Walls than some hot-headed thugs. But you're right, the disguise is a better choice. He grimaces, shaking his fist frustration. It wasn't smart of me to let go of it. I know. I'm I haven't been thinking straight. There's a typo again. Haven't been thinking straight. Have not been thinking straight. It's been a moment-to-moment struggle just to stay alive in this cursed place. I'm not sure you can find the gear I left behind, but I have heard the Brotherhood running around through these halls. I'm certain there must be at least one around here that isn't in need of his armor anymore. With it, I believe I can make my way out. Is he just going to run for it? Or is he saying I need to go find the gear? Find him in disguise. So I do need to look for a disguise still. Alright. Let's check the room out, because I might trigger a weird... Yep, there it is. Huh. Exactly what I was looking for. Seriously, my subterfuge skill just increases itself, basically. It's like it happens for free. Just wander around and trigger things constantly. I mean, there's bodies everywhere. Oh! Forgot to click everybody. Ah! Careful. Let's regroup first. Let Tanky Man get up. Here we go.
Slow and
I mean, there's bodies everywhere. I'm sure I can just pick one and say, that's a disguise. Take it. I'll take out this guy, though. Ooh, that's a few of you. Let's, quick save real quick. And make a mess. Whee! Alright. It's time to see how much AoE damage we can do around here.
Do I really need to?
Oh wait, yeah, you guys have... Take bonus frost damage. Do you all take bonus frost damage? Seems like it. Is that the one I just used? No. Are they... They don't take fire damage. Well, we don't have fire damage, so that's fine. Do concussive. And rhyme spike. That'll make a mess. And... You've already used the buff here. Do spectral blur on our tank. Ooh, tank leveled up. That's always nice. Try to just stack whatever damage we can here. They're actually persisting more than I expected. There's a buff for the party. Let's stab our neighbor over here. There we go. We're working at it. Okay, now he's taking damage. That's a problem. You've already healed. You can self-heal a little bit. And your heal's also been used recently. Second breath can revive. Really, I need to get Erase the Record picked up soon, though, so that he can properly set up a failsafe against people taking a lot of damage. What was that sound? There was like a high-pitched shriek for a second there. I mean, that must have just been some Siren attack. Speaking of which, Siren can for once do Confusion. It's a long build-up. At this point, though, we just want to do damage, though. So let's do Arcane. Here's a cone. Oh, he survived. Well, briefly. Well, now we get to pick out what we're going to pick for him, then. There it is. Heroic Defense. Barrick's built-in Don't Die Tank, Don't Die ability. Once per encounter. That's a significant overall bonus to his survival. It effectively... Yeah, it's once per encounter only, but it effectively gives him 141% overall health. In function, at least. Speaking of health, maybe just pump more into that? Take it even higher? Up to 211? Let's do it. There we go. Barrick leveled up to level 9. Turns out when everybody's hitting you all the time, you get a lot of experience. Oh, a row torch key. Okay. So we got another new one. So we can try another variation with each individual one we find. Apparently didn't give him a disguise, though. How does the disguise work exactly? There must be a specific body that counts as giving me a whole body. Maybe.
I got it.
Well, time to press buttons. Row. Oh, we're at row. Row. So that's one of the dumber things I've said so far. Bonus damage versus people that are engaged with me. That didn't work out because he died. Well, it'll still work here. There we go. Now he's going to be down in a moment. There you go. Thank you. And more money. Citron. Wait. Okay, so that didn't work. But also, when I did row, I forgot to activate this. There we go. Row, Citron, Ameth. This should get the other attack happening, I think. No? What's this do? Interesting rune. The sunken relief, though heavily damaged, is clearly meant to depict a runic symbol, similar to the one you saw in Ascension Hall. The relief is incomplete, and thus the final form of the rune is unknown. So we can do another charcoal drawing. Pressing charcoal to parchment, you capture a blurry but proportionate image of the ancient relief. It looks like we've got one more of the symbol. One more, and it should be complete. Oh, yeah, that's more detailed than it was before. Absolutely. So this is the sunset variant of the drawings. Let's just double check here. So row does nothing else. Citron does nothing at all. It rejects it. Ameth rejects it. Okay. So that's not how I get down here then. There's some other way. What's that? There's an item in there, so I want in. But how do get in? Do not know. Must be another stone we don't have yet. Everyone's staying here. Everyone's staying here. It's fine. It's fine.
This is interesting.
Okay. Use your very handy level of subterfuge skill. Is that the armor we need? It gave someone a completely different character subterfuge skill. Look, congrats on disarming that trap, main character. Siren gets subterfuge. Battered bronze brothered armor. It's heavily scarred and appears to have been through quite a few battles. Faint red-edged scorch marks suggest that its past owner dealt with the Bane and probably lost. While the armor is well worn, it looks like it would hold together long enough for the return trip out of the old walls. So that's cover for our friend. And we have another torn fragment. Let's get Garrick then before we forget about him. Also, that's this charcoal drawing, missive, Iron Guard Ventera, parchment. Combined with the first two parchment pieces you found, you can see a crudely drawn rose sigil in the center, a crudely drawn citron sigil in the upper left-hand corner, and a crudely drawn Ameth sigil in the upper right-hand corner. This must be the code on how to get somewhere, huh? So there must be a room somewhere where you put a row in the center, a citron on the left, and an Ameth on the right. I assume. Just gonna head down here and help out our friends so we don't have to worry about the loose end anymore. The question is, do I keep going in that direction or do I check out this side? It's looking more and more like this side on the right might be a dead end, so maybe I'll try that out next. Oh. What if center, left, and right aren't in one room, but the entire floor? Like this one or something, and that one, and something like that? We'll see as I go forward. Maybe that'll be how I get into this room down here. First of all, let's see. I found the armor you needed. By the fires of the forge, this is fantastic news! I can finally leave this place, thank you. I'll make sure the forge-bound know you helped me escape. Bye, please don't die. It'd be really awkward if I basically failed to let you go. Hey, forge-bound ability, ignore the elements. Keep getting new abilities. Wow, this screen got populated at some point. Alright. +1 armor versus fire, shock, and frost. That's not bad at all. Is it for one character or for everyone in the party? Let's see. So now we do return to Lohara when we're done. Are these all listed somewhere? Yeah, they are. Active effects. So just making sure. So he's got a wound, unfortunately. Yeah, none of these are affecting him, so they are only main character abilities. That makes sense because a lot of them are abilities that are triggered by getting even individual characters leveled up, but we've got a lot now, right? So I got 15 accuracy against distant enemies, thrown weapon armor penetration just across the board, a chance to strike multiple times with thrown weapons, accuracy reducing aura on my enemies, bonus melee damage, bonus quickness, bonus finesse from items, 5% hit precision, and 1 armor against fire, shock, and frost. These aren't bad. That means if I get hit by a lot of different elemental spells, each of them will get reduced by 1 damage. I'm not exactly a character built for spell resistance, so that's not unwelcome. Are there any other sockets in this room? Don't see them, so I think the 2 I used here were the only ones to use. Quick save as we go. I see those traps. Yeah, I see them.
You see what I see?
Do you see what I see? There's no enemy portal in here. Is that the other sigil? Glowing rune. This rune shimmers in front of the wall, sustained by unknown magic. We could study it with 57 lore, learn the rune, and incorporate it into your spell. Ooh, spells. Yes. Sigil of Cyclical Energies 3. That seems like a late game thing. Accent that reduces the cooldown of spells. So we have 1. This one is 3. That's a big deal. Let's see. So you're the highest lore character. Just looking through here. You already have this one equipped, apparently, I think. Yeah. So let's unequip that real quick. So 24-second spell. This makes it 20 seconds. This makes it 15 seconds. Wow. And you can equip it. So we'll update that. 75. Wow, you can do that too. He can become a really fast caster with some of these spells then. As long as it doesn't go over 77, we're good, and that's not a risk most of the time here, is it? Except here. Not even touching that one. Offensive spells get more expensive with a Sigil of Strength. Oh, it's because of the Sigil of Bleeding I'm adding onto it. Yeah. You know, I'm going to get rid of Sigil of Bleeding and go for this instead. Oh, it's still too much. Huh. Does this affect its duration? It's still just as prone. You know, I'm gonna try to make this spammable for him instead. I'll fit whatever else I can. Give him some extra range, sure. He's not much of a damage dealer necessarily, or at least that's not what I'm necessarily trying to use him for. So if he can spam False Pit more often, that's beneficial. Knocking enemies prone completely, I think, is rather helpful. But yeah, most of the characters don't have enough lore to be using the high level. Just be casually adding 30 to the lore requirement of their spell. So I probably don't even need to check the other ones right now.
I'll stay down.
That's cool.
Our enemies.
Oh, more supplies for the base. Cool. At the bottom of the pit, a small hole collects all the water pouring out of the spouts. Occasionally, the hole closes and the water drains to some unseen location, suggesting there's something going on here we don't understand. Oh, there's a spell down here too. You can see it glowing down there. So we want that door open, however that works. Probably via a sigil we don't have yet, or the combination listed on that item we saw. This one's not responding to the torch keys in the old walls, so we have to go the other way. Okay. We'll just loop back around then. This happens a lot on games. I put off one path for a really long time, often because it feels like the main path. Then I come all the way back for it later, and it turns out that the path I wasn't immediately checking out was actually just some tiny dead end, and I increased my trip by going that way. But you never know which way that's going to be. That's just level design. Alright, what are we going to see in here? Ooh. Okay, that appears to be... That's 3 of them, so that matches what we saw in the other room. Are bad things going to spawn? Sure, okay. It was Row in the middle. Ameth. And Citron. Boop! Please don't die. Oh, what if nothing attacks me because I was successful? Maybe they only attack you if you fail. If you fail to interpret the code. And that's a lot of portals, so it might be dangerous too. Got a little lucky there. Well, not lucky. I was observant. Scroll fragment. Oh. Yeah, it's over here now. Oh. More symbols again. Portion of an unknown sigil has been recorded in this scroll. The charcoal imprint is rough and incomplete, leaving the full design a mystery for now. So, another weird, mystical, rune-related thing to collect again. Wow, that's 57. Research Magic Sigil. Woo. Hello. New library research available. With a Spire Library. Is that added? Was it added to my inventory? No, not there. Did it go to like a Spire location? Right, those are in the stash. These writings describe the process for creating a magical accent. You should be able to decipher the instructions with access to a Spire library upgrade and proper materials. However that works. We'll figure that out at some point, I suppose. And my subterfuge is 61, so that was right on the edge of what I'm allowed to do with subterfuge. I was almost unable to do that without the item equipped. Granted, in this situation, if I couldn't do it, I would just put the item on and we'd be fine. But in dialogue, that's where it gets worrisome. If I don't keep training my subterfuge fast enough, then we could enter a dialogue situation where I can't get by with what I have, and you can't put on an item midway through dialogue as far as I can tell. So I need to find... I guess I need to go to a different piece of the old walls and find a different stone to operate these different pieces of wall everywhere that I can't do anything with now. So there's reason to revisit this place later, which I think means that I can come back later? Look, there's items hidden behind doors I can't open, as far as I can tell. Oh. Familiar. We found our way back to the first map, interestingly. Right, we couldn't open that door before, could we? Oh! This is the first map. This is the map... This isn't how I got in here. This is Lethian's Crossing. How long have we been inside these walls? Because it's like it's a 6-hour trip to get to the Twin Rivers from Lithian's Crossing. Unless this is one hell of a shortcut. Sounds like Barrick was surprisingly close to getting what he wanted to get then. I mean Garrick. That's Barrick. Garrick and Barrick. Yeah, seems like he got pretty close then if he made it this far. Those are bad sounds. Are you trying to blow up Lethian's Crossing? Did he completely lose his mind and get possessed by something evil? It's starting to feel that way. Ooh! Level up. Raetommon stands before a roiling ball of blue energy. His head seems to bend and fold as light and shadow fight across his face. He wears an expression of pure ecstasy that immediately fades when the bridge retracts. Who interrupts me? He turns and sees you, his expression now one of fury. No! His voice contains equal amounts of authority and petulance. You cannot be here. This is for me, and I will not have you ruin it. How did you make it all the way through? You don't know the secrets of the old walls. Maybe they're just not that secret. Noises? Yeah, maybe other people are just more clever than you are, Raetommon. One of his men hands him something small and green, and he slips it into his pocket. You are incredibly tenacious, I'll give you that. But that ends now. You do not belong here. He stomps his foot, a dry slap echoing through the enormous room and reverberating back in a quick patter. You do not belong here! His men involuntarily step back away from his sudden rage. Just as quickly as it came, his rage subsides and he smiles, but it doesn't quite reach his eyes. But I might as well be yelling curses at the encroaching darkness for all the good it will do me to admonish you. You'll never leave the Brotherhood affairs alone. Never keep it out of something you have no business. Never keep out of something you have no business in. Still, I will applaud you. I never expected you would get this far. Who knew when you were throwing me out of my home, taking my world from me, and sentencing me to life in wilderness and these walls, that you would be here to witness my triumph? All I wanted was to keep Lethian's Crossing, to protect it, to keep it safe. I just want to be left alone. This really does make me wonder how this entire chunk of the game plays out if you don't take Lethian's Crossing away from him. Was that an option? I know I gave it to... I had a choice between Scarlet Chorus and Disfavored, obviously. I don't remember if there was a choice to not give it to either. I don't remember if that was the case or not. But if that was an option, I sure wonder how it plays out. But since you clearly have no plans on giving me some peace, you may as well stay for the main course, and trust me, they can't wait to sink their teeth in. Anything you'd like to say before you're torn apart? I can point to where I threw the rock. That's great. How's your head, Raetommon? All you gave me was a mere scratch. Nothing, certainly nothing to be concerned about. Your little stunt did nothing to make my inevitable triumph feel all the more glorious. What's in that prison? A havoc. Raetommon whispers the word in the throes of renewed ecstasy, a maniacal glint shining in his eyes that grows and ebbs in intensity as the light undulates over his face. Let Kairos send his forces, they won't win. I will raise Lethian's Crossing before I let him have it, before I let you stop me. He looks at you, dangerously manic light in his eyes. This is my city. I found a lost sage. A subdued glee punctuates his words. He seems strangely agitated, as if he wants to say all the words at once, but is also fighting with himself to keep from saying them. He told me about it. He sang such beautiful songs for me. You've gone completely insane. What happened? You seem so composed on Iron Hall Trail. Raetomon's eyes narrow. I am on the verge of having everything handed to me, only to watch you walk in with the intention of taking it from me. And you begrudge me my emotions. I think I will particularly enjoy watching you die. Raetomon's face grows red. You will not take this from me, he shouts. Lethian's Crossing is mine. They told me no one would believe me. They told me I would have to stand alone against the armies. I knew you were all against me. Only the Bane have given me the guidance I need. That's always the worst thing, is when somebody buys into something because they're told in annoying terms like, no one will believe you, you'll have to stand alone, don't listen to anyone, they're all going to manipulate you, because it blocks somebody off from all forms of reason and you can't deal with them at all. What did you do to the sage? Redmond waves his hands dismissively at you. Oh, we intercepted him by carrying a stack of books. We intercepted him carrying a stack of books. I don't even know where he was going. But who better than a sage to ask about local history? Let's find out what the sage exactly means in the context of this game. One of the longest surviving schools of magic in the tiers, the School of Ink and Quill, is a venerable institution devoted to the acquisition and preservation of knowledge, or so the sages profess. Putting more of their energy towards amassing knowledge than disseminating it, they began their scriptorum in 17 TR, and through a series of incremental expansions, the structure became the Vellum Citadel, only to be known in the Burning Library as the Burning Library after Kairos' Edict of Fire brought ruination in 430 TR. Not all sages know magic, but those that have mastered the guild's traditional spells can employ magic of protection and preservation. It is a poorly kept secret that the sages have gradually acquired a wide array of magic practiced by rival mage guilds over the generations. Right. I read that because I kind of forgot what it was, but no, our party member that I've been using this whole time to decipher things and you do high-level magic is a sage. That's what he is. So I read the same description back when I got him, probably. He smiles, glancing to the side, subconsciously licking his upper lip. He told me everything I need to know about how to access this place. Let's see. You don't think the Bane will kill you as soon as you release them? Of course they won't. Redmond looks at you incredulously. The Bane be praised I have the helmet with their name in it. When I walked in wearing it, the prison shook. This will work. This is their will. How do you even know how to release the Havoc? Of course. He shouts and stomps his foot again, shakes his head at you, as if the answer is the most obvious thing in the world. My special sage told me everything. He was very knowledgeable about the old walls in this particular region, and the rumors of a key that could unleash the Bane. He didn't want to tell me. I could tell he wanted Kairos to have Lithian's Crossing, but I showed him how wrong that kind of thinking can be. He bites on the tip of his thumb, lost in thought. For a moment you think he might have forgotten you were in the same room, then he breaks his silence. He mentioned something about crystals, and the 4 points of a compass, but it escapes me now, frankly. He was singing too loudly that it didn't seem important at the time. Let's see. So that's the four things here. I need to make some sort of pattern with the 4 beacons here, probably to seal that away. What did the sage mean about the 4 points of a compass? Redmond twiddles his fingers madly against the sides of his head and tries to remember. It had to do with unlocking the old walls. He found the clue in an archive somewhere. Said something about a compass. Ah! He fishes into his pocket and produces a torn scrap of vellum. He drew a diagram. Well, now we need to steal that from him. He unfolds the scrap and looks at it with a frown. Of course, this is useless. Torn. Oh, I have a piece of that. That's funny. You can't read it if it's not all there. He shakes the scrap around. Useless. That's funny. If I get that, then I can combine it with what I have, and I can do what needs to be done. Give me the vellum you got from the sage. It might be important. He mumbles to himself, scratching his head, looking back and forth between you and the scrap. Finally, he relents, throwing it in your direction. Why is he cooperating with me? What is he doing? He's telling me all this information he has no reason to tell me, and now he's cooperating with me. This is weird. I can't read it anyway, so it's no use to me. Take it, why don't you? Any chance you give me that torch key you hid when I walked in? Whoa. We lost the scroll fragment, got the... Yeah, that's it becoming a combined scroll. He smiles, twisting to the sides of the pocket is out of the sight behind him. Tricky, tricky, tricky. You are far too observant for your own good. By the Bane, you're a nuisance. He clucks his tongue at you. Observant that he clearly had a gem that he put in his pocket that he got from somebody else. Tricky? Also, how's that tricky? Let's see. Well, that's what athletics is for, right? Give me that crystal now, or I will take it from you. Did that really work? You're welcome to try and take it, you fool. But I am the savior of the Bronze Brotherhood, and your accolades are dust to be trampled under my boot. I was going to watch you torn apart by the Bane, but now I see that it is my job. You want me to take they want me to take you to their... Oh, they want me to make you their first sacrifice. Redmond lunges to attack. Fighting time. Always gotta unpause for a moment to get past the fact that it's gonna interrupt my abilities anyway. I did level up. I can't do that during combat, can I? Or can I? Maybe I should just do that now, since it would affect the outcome of the fight, potentially. Arbiter of Knowledge, +2 party spell slots. That seems like a no-brainer. Kind of a major upgrade for people. It means I could stock up on more spells for some of these characters, and then the fact that they have a cooldown, I guess, wouldn't really matter as much, would it? Because then they could just keep cycling through all their spells. Let's take a look at that real quick. Yeah, look at those. Whoa! And he's got his own slot too, so his just goes on to the next screen practically. Is 12 a maximum? I assume you can't make a third row, but who knows? Let's see here. What do I want to do with you? Just keep helping with cooldowns? Go further. Let's go further into might this time. Alright. It lets you level up during combat. Good to know. Definitely doing a quick save. Cannot save while in combat. Not even a quick save, really? Okay. So, Raetommons here. He's doing fine-ish. Then there's just some miscellaneous raider. I should probably target the raider primarily just to get one less target on the field. So you bash him. Ooh, I could do false pit to try to make that guy go down. You finished casting what you're doing right now? Are there modifiers to know about you? Just that you're taunted. That's not a big deal. Go for the electric jolt, perhaps?
I got it.
Time to make a mess. Disengage. Wait, now you're just helping us. Oh, now he's really in trouble. Now he's down. I'll go for a thrust. That'll make him easier to target while we keep hitting him. Rhyme spike. And just pepper him. Oh. I accidentally just told him to move, didn't I? Make sure everyone's on this guy. Alright, Barrick, you're being flanked, unfortunately. Go for a self-heal. In fact, you should actually heal next, too. Help him out before he goes down. So he's still hanging in there, badly injured. Go for our next attack. Near death. So he's almost about to go down. Let's go for Will of Command. Buff our party. There we go. Now everyone's ready for our new target. Our tank is hanging in there. Let's go for the bleed attack. Slowly storing up these. Let's go for concussive bolt. And this will bolster the party's armor, which helps us out, so we'll go for that now. Right, after that stops me from doing the hard attack, but that's fine. If I'm really lucky, I can knock him down. That would definitely help. Didn't really help, necessarily. It grazed. Let's go for Spectral Blur on our tank. Can't quite do my anti-engagement attack.
Right.
So Iron Tolling happens, so now we get how much bonus? 2 armor. This will be good for us. Could do Shattered Stone. Let's see. Ooh, Asunder. How much armor does he have? 8. Oops. So he's got 8 armor. So we can go for Sunder right now, or I could save up for Confused if I think that'll work. He mostly would just run around like a lunatic at that point, though, right? Let's go for the Sunder. That's gotta help. And now I can attack. I can do the bonus damage versus somebody who's engaged with me. Oh, did we just lose engage? Crap. Well, he's definitely going down. Wait. Did it just say surrendered or sundered? Did I see that? Right. Raetommon activates Rive the Marrow. Surrendered. What the hell does surrendered mean? Untargetable. Oh, the fight's just over then, huh? That's what I get for pausing it in that moment out of curiosity. The game just ended. Raetommon sinks to his knees, coughing. He looks up at you, bloodshot eyes wet with tears. How? The question was half-hearted and not really directed at you. How could this happen? So I can either kill him, or I can turn him over to the voices, right? Let's see. I don't want to kill you, but you must agree to something if I let you live. What? His words are barely louder than a breath, and you strain to hear them. You have already stolen my dreams. What more do you want? You will go speak to the voices of Nerat and Cacophony. How can I refuse? I no longer have a home. I will find my place at the Scarlet Chorus. Extend the bridge, and I will go there now. He is near death. How's he going to make the trip on his own? Also, why would we trust him to go there? This is how we arrest people? We use honor rules? That seems odd. He holds out his hand, several objects in them. Take these. Perhaps they will be of better use to you. And he's gone, apparently. That was peculiar, wasn't it?